The end goal of every football match is to score goals, but this is not exactly what the fans want to see. Football fans all around the world enjoy watching football because of the skills. So long as a match is concerned, these goals might provide some level of entertainment. But the highest form of entertainment in a football match is the skills. As much as skills and tricks get the fans wild, sometimes they are considered disrespectful and absolutely unnecessary. Due to this, FIFA has placed a ban on quite a number of football tricks. These are 12 banned football tricks. Before we get started, please like and share this video. Also, hit the bell button to avoid missing our other videos. Neymar's penalty style. If there is just one phrase for Neymar's banned penalty style, that phrase is absolute disrespect. If you have never seen Neymar try out the banned penalty style, it might be difficult to understand why it is considered disrespectful. On the other hand, if you saw the Brazilian take penalties, you would understand that the goalkeepers stood no chance. He simply made them silly. This was possible because he would pause just before hitting the ball, making the keeper move to a part of the post and leaving the goalpost open. At this point, all he would have to do was hit the ball into the net without anyone between him and the goalpost. FIFA soon discovered that the keepers would almost never stop any penalty played this way, so they placed a ban on this penalty style. Goalkeepers' mind games. Still on penalties and one person having an unfair advantage, sometimes players do not have all the advantage. This seems quite unlikely, but goalkeepers sometimes can control things when penalties are taken because of mind games, and one keeper that became a master of mind games is Argentina's Emiliano Martinez. Planet Football saw him steal the show in the penalty shootouts between Argentina and the Netherlands, as well as France and Argentina. He got so good at mind games that the chances of scoring against him actually became very slim, and this helped Argentina win the World Cup in 2022. As much as Argentina deserved to win the World Cup in 2022, FIFA felt Martinez's technique was not so fair. So, after the World Cup, FIFA put an end to any form of interference when a player has to take a penalty. Right now, goalkeepers are not allowed to distract the player, make any contact with the net or the post. If only this ban had been placed earlier, maybe Argentina would not have won the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Keepers catching a back pass. The ban of mind games during penalties is recent. However, a long time ago, keepers were banned from handling the ball with their hands after getting a back pass from their teammates. Before this ban, it was okay for players to constantly pass back to their goalkeepers when they were pressed, and the keepers were free to catch the ball with their hands. This seemed okay and made the defending team feel safe. However, it slowed down the game, reduced the intensity of the game, and can completely kill the excitement. So, to avoid a waste of time during a match, FIFA stopped keepers from handling the ball with their hands after a back pass from a teammate. The seal dribble. Still on South Americans coming up with some crazy tricks that take the balance off football, the seal dribble is a football skill that originated in Brazil. It seems like a simple skill, however, it is one that takes a lot of practice to master, and once mastered, can be used at will. This trick involves bouncing the ball on one's head continually while in motion. It was invented by a player that was dubbed the next Ronaldinho, and as soon as the world discovered it, everyone liked it. However, FIFA placed a ban on this skill because they consider it dangerous for the performer of the trick, as another player might try to kick the ball, hereby getting the trickster injured. Neck stall. The neck stall seems absolutely different from the seal. However, one thing it has in common with the seal is you need a good level of skill to execute it. The neck stall involves kicking the ball into the air and balancing it on the neck while moving towards the opponent's post. This trick is completely acceptable when players are getting unveiled, as lots of players do it. However, when done while a match is on, it could attract a yellow card. Running knee lock. Speaking of tricks that you need a good understanding of the ball to execute, the running knee lock is one trick players can only attempt if they're quite skillful, and it is all about having the ball locked between a player's knees and moving around the pitch. It helps to keep opponents from coming in contact with the ball. It appears like quite an interesting skill, but it has been banned by FIFA, and a player can get booked for simply doing it. Time wasting. If FIFA could consider goalkeepers handling the ball with their hands after a back from a teammate a waste of time, then it is obvious that FIFA frowns at time wasting during football matches. Time wasting seems like a great and necessary trick when a team is winning. However, when a team is losing, it becomes an irritating and unnecessary trick. This trick is one that reduces the intensity of a game and makes it boring. So, a player could get a yellow card for actually wasting time when it appears like the match is about ending and their team is winning by a narrow margin. The shirt catch. Unlike the time-wasting trick, which appears very professional, the shirt catch trick does not seem even the least professional. It seems like a beautiful skill in casual or street football, However, in professional matches, it is obviously a skill that most people will frown at. Doing this skill is quite straightforward. It simply involves catching the ball in your jersey and moving around the field with it more like you are playing a game of rugby. This trick seems very simple and one that players can execute occasionally to spice up a game. However, it cannot be executed in a professional match as it is regarded as handling the ball with your hand. So any player that does it will be treated like a player that handled the ball with their hand intentionally in match. As much as players are not allowed to trap the ball in their clothes during a match, they are free to celebrate goals by running around with the ball trapped under their jersey. Low headers. Shirt catching seems like a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we cannot say the same about low headers. Although there are times a low header might seem important, it is considered a dangerous trick, and if a player executes it, they could get booked for it. As funny as this might seem, the bookings associated with a low header is simply the referee's way of protecting players, as another player contesting for the ball with their leg would end up kicking the player's head, and this is obviously not good for the image of the game. Donkey free kick. This trick seems aesthetically perfect, especially when executed properly. It basically involves one player elevating the ball for another player to hit it. Although it seems great and one the average football fan would expect football governing bodies to do nothing about, unfortunately, it is one of the tricks in football that have been banned. Although there is nothing that can be done about FIFA's decision to ban the donkey free kick, it is difficult to understand why this trick is not allowed in professional matches. Head stall. This skill is very similar to the seal dribble, and you need a lot of practice to execute it properly. Like the seal, you will need to balance the ball properly on your head while on the move. However, unlike the seal dribble, which involves nodding the ball continuously while on the move, with the head stall, there will be no need to keep nodding the ball. The ball simply sits on your head while you move around the pitch. When done on the street, during an unveiling, or in a charity match, the head stall appears great. However, when performed during an official match, it is considered a form of mockery, and this is not something that FIFA is very comfortable with. So, this trick has been banned. Diving. If you had no idea about existence of the other tricks already mentioned, you definitely know about diving. It is an old trick that we have seen over and over again in football matches, and it is all about players falling to the floor like they were hit by another player when there is actually little to no contact. Some of your favorite players have won their team matches by simply diving. Players do this for several reasons, and chief among them are to win free kicks and penalties. Also, sometimes players dive simply to get their opponents sent off. This trick has always worked and is still considered very effective. However, if the referee spots a player diving, they have no choice but to get them booked. So, here you have it, the 12 banned tricks in football. Please let us know which of them is your favorite. Also, subscribe to this channel to see more of our videos. See you in the next video.